Word 2013, Unit G, Working with Themes and Building Blocks. Our case for this unit is we're preparing a tour summary report for a new QST tour to Kenya. So we're going to create a customized theme for the report and try to simplify the process of designing the layout by using some pre-designed building blocks that we'll explain as we work through the unit. Once our tour report is finished, we'll save the theme and several reusable pieces of customized content that can be used in other tour reports if we choose to do so. Word 2013, Unit G, Applying Styles to Text. So what do we mean? Applying a style to text allows us to apply multiple format settings to text in really one easy step. So what is a style? A style is just a set of format settings. For instance, let's say we want a different font size or font color or font alignment. But we have these grouped together for us by Microsoft. And Word actually includes a lot of different style sets, groups of related styles that share a common font, colors, or formats, and really are designed to be used together in a document. So we can use these to give our documents a more polished and cohesive looks. These colors are designed to go together and look good together. Each style set includes styles for a title, subtitle, headings, the actual body text, list, quotes, and a number of different text elements. So we're going to apply styles to our tour summary report to help organize the text attractively and make the report easy to read at a glance. Let us begin by opening our file WDG-1, and by the way, as I often do, whether I mention it or not, I've actually saved this as a read-only file so that my original always stays intact. And that's just to help me to remember to save it as a different name, because often that's point one of the very first exercise in one of these units. Save it as a different name. But sometimes I'll forget to do that and accidentally write over my original document. But this time I'm going to be more careful. I'll hit enter on my keyboard here. And notice I get this little notice, the document is open and read only. I'll click OK. I know that I did that on purpose. But I can go here to view and edit document and get a version that I can edit. I'll go ahead right now and save it as the textbook suggested as Kenya Tour. So really the first thing we want to do when we open any document is to kind of get a sense for what kind of document it is. So I'm noticing about this document that I have a title and a subtitle. I also have different headings like tour, highlights, tour summary. In addition to headings, I also have secondary headings. And I have, I guess, 3 images as well, some bulleted items. But the gist of this is you first want to get an idea of what you have to work with. Don't forget that a quick way to get back to the top of our document is to hold down the Control key and hit Home on our keyboard. And let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we want to do is our titles look a bit boring. Let's see if we can liven these up a bit. I'm going to go ahead and select, just by pointing and clicking, I'm going to go ahead and select my title. And if you want to see all of your options, you can click the More button in the Styles group. Don't forget the More button is this button on the lower right corner of our gallery. So I get a chance to see what my options are as long as I have selected my title and kind of move my mouse over these options. I get a preview of what this is going to look like. I'm going to go ahead and choose the title. Is that right? Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and choose the title style. And I think that looks pretty good. Now that it's been applied to my selected text, I'm also going to go ahead and choose 15 days, 14 nights, Nairobi to Mombasa. And I'm going to choose the subtitle. And I get a preview for what that looks like in my styles group. And I like the font that this chose, but we can go ahead and make changes even though we've chosen a pre-formatted style. For instance, I'll come to my font group and choose my font color. And I'm going to choose one that the book suggests, which is Accent 5, blue, darker 25%. I think that's, yeah, there it is. And this kind of helps it stand out just a bit. I'm also going to select my tour highlights. Right now they're in red. Not my favorite color for a heading, to be sure. But I'm going to go ahead and select my tour highlights. And I'm going to select heading 1. And notice how easily that's applied. And I'll make that change in these other places just by selecting and choosing heading 1. And I think I'll get tour highlights, tour summary, planning your trip, which is over here, as well as what to bring. All of the red headings. Now looking at page 2 over here to the right, if you have this as, if you're viewing your document as one page, you may have to scroll down to see page 2. Right now I have a view that permits me to see more than one page at a time, multiple pages. Go back to the Home tab here. And what about our subheadings over here on page 2, climate, visa, and vaccination requirements? Let's make a change here, just like we just used heading 1 a moment ago. We can take a look at heading 2, and really heading 2 looks a lot like heading 1, so it doesn't help our subheading stand out at all. So we're not going to choose that option. We're going to go ahead and choose heading 3. And there's a slight difference, but we're going to make that stand out just a bit more by choosing a different color. So I'll find my font group, and we're going to choose Orange Accent 2. And we like it. We're going to go ahead and make our other subheadings or subtitles look the same way. Subheadings, I guess. But instead of me using the same approach that I used just a moment ago with our main headings, this time I'm going to double click with my Format Painter over here in the clipboard group, the very first group on the ribbon. By the way, if I click the Format Painter button one time, I can copy the format one time. But if I double click the style that I want, then I can change the format to different subheadings as much as I like. So that's a real nice feature. So that looks pretty good. You don't have to do this, but I'm going to do this. I'm going to make one more save to my document so that I kind of have a record of each step. So I'm going to say apply styles to text. And I'm going to go ahead and click save, and we'll say that's it for us in this first exercise.